Yo, what's good everyone? OJ over here from PlayerEssence, and welcome to my village of Nintendo Switch and gaming news, PE Ninjas. And today we've got a lot of great information for you, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. So Shin'en, the developers behind Fast RMX for the Nintendo Switch, are developing a new game in addition to bringing the time attack mode and a brand new friend lobbies mode to the current game that they have out, which is Fast RMX. But let's go ahead and let's talk about their next game here. Not a lot of details, but let's get into the article. Shin'en has revealed that the studio is developing a new project. Quote, "We are already working on a new game, but we can't say more for the moment," the company stated in an interview with German outlet Nintendo Online. Shin'en just wrapped up Fast RMX for the Nintendo Switch. Despite that, the small team has moved on to something new already. Although platforms are unconfirmed, a release on Nintendo Switch is probably a safe bet, and I 100% have to agree with that. The developers over at Shin'en absolutely love the Nintendo Switch. They love Nintendo. They were big supporters of the Wii U. They did everything they could. They just couldn't financially and feasibly get out more games on the Wii U just because of various different factors, the life of the system, basically how you have to develop for it. It took them a while to bring out Fast Racing Neo. It was out a lot later than they thought it was going to be, so I can understand why necessary support wasn't as high, but they still had the Art of Balance they put out there as far as a remaster on the Wii U. They had a launch game for the Nintendo Wii U as well, and it's just too Fast Racing Neo, like I said. So definitely they did support the Wii U, but I think the Nintendo Switch is going to be far easier for them to develop on. It's going to get a lot more support, and yeah, I think there's going to be an overdrive. I would guess, if I have to guess what they're going to be working on, I would think it would be that one game that they did beforehand, Jet Rocket, something like that. I would think that it would be some type of sequel or a new Jet Rocket game, or a game inspired by Jet Rocket on the Nintendo Switch using HD Rumble and using the accelerometers and technology that you can have in that controller. That would just be my guess. Now, I don't know if they're going to do that. They might do something completely new, but I would think that it's going to be a very nice, high quality looking like Jet Rocket game. So we'll see what Shin'en has up their sleeves. They are a very high quality indie game developer. Heck, they're just a high quality developer, period. We don't even need to put indie in front of their name when it comes to talking about them. So yeah, really looking forward to seeing what Shin'en has to offer, and also looking forward to that new time attack mode in addition to actually having friend lobbies and Fast RMX, because the game is amazing. The HD Rumble is awesome. If you have not purchased that game at this point, please go do so. 20 bucks. Can't beat that. Has online, getting new modes and added content to it, and I will be having a review for it uploaded at some point. All right, next we're going to be talking about some Runner 3 and Thumper. So both games will support HD Rumbles. So two indie Switch games announced for the platform within the past few days should be making use of HD Rumble. The first up, Choice Provisions indicated during a live stream that the feature will be used in Runner 3, making it an exclusive shows, quote, how confident we are in the system. Next, just like Runner 3, Thumper will also have HD Rumble support. The game's developer also said that it should run at 60 frames per second. So it should be running smooth, both games, Thumper in addition to Runner 3, but the big game for me is Runner 3. I think having that as an exclusive, and just looking at the game, you guys saw it, like, the graphics are very on par with what like Shin'en would do. Like, those are really high quality graphics on there, not even just for an indie game, just for a game in general, and it just looks so smooth. 60 frames per second. I think it's just going to be awesome that they are taking their time to focus on one platform, and for an indie developer, that's something that you kind of have to think about. It's hard to be stretched thin when you're talking about developing on so many different platforms. I know Image Informed Games, they ported over, what was it, SteamWorld Dig to so many different platforms, SteamWorld Heist. I'm not sure how much it affected the actual game development and their own personal lives, but I would say that definitely maybe shortening things down just a little bit is going to help. And Choice Provisions just decided in general, just like, hey, let's just focus everything and have an exclusive deal with Nintendo at this point. Now, will Runner 3 come to other platforms at some point? Maybe. I think it's a high possibility just because Runner 2 actually sold well on other platforms as well. So I do think that it could. PC, I know it sold really well on there, so I think Runner 3 will come there eventually, but it's definitely going to be down the line, maybe like a Lego City Undercover type of deal, more than a year plus. Oh, actually, that was multiple years before that game came out to other systems. But yeah, it's really cool the fact that Runner 3 is an exclusive. As many of you guys know, Runner 2 is one of my favorite games on the Wii U, period, indie or not. So I'm really looking forward to Runner 3, and HD Rumble is going to be really good because in Runner 3, you're getting hit from all over. You can get hit when you jump on things. Stuff can come on you from above. You can run right into stuff. So having HD Rumble for Commander Video is going to be really fun. Each jump each dance move. I mean, like, what are they going to do? Are they going to have the rumble, like when you do like the little wave thing like that? Are they going to have like the rumble go throughout the controller too? I think that would be amazing. So choice provisions, if you're watching, I want to see HD rumble like that. Like, you have to do that. If you don't do that, then I'm going to mark it down 3 points. No, I'm joking. I'm completely joking. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. And let's just hope that the HD Rumble is implemented well, smooth 60 frames per second, and great online leaderboards. If they do that, then I think this is going to be a no-brainer 10 out of 10 for me, because Runner 2 was a 9.5 out of 10 for me. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what they have to offer on the Nintendo Switch. And keeping on with the indie theme here, choice provisions, they talked about making Runner 3 a Switch exclusive. In addition to that, Rebellion, I'm bringing over Rogue Trooper Redux for the Nintendo Switch. In an interview with MCV, producer Dant Rambo said that Nintendo's focus on accessibility and creating a platform for the hardcore and non-hardcore alike were the biggest factors for choice provisions in creating the project only for the new console. Being able to play the game at home or on the go was another factor as well. Here's what Rambo had to say on the matter. As a smaller team, focusing all of our efforts on one platform made a lot of sense to us. It didn't take us long to decide the Nintendo Switch. We feel like it's really a great fit for the Runner series, which we've always tried to design a way that allowed for long and short gaming sessions. Nintendo's approach to indies with the Nintendo Switch in many ways is an evolution of their approach to indies on the Wii U. They've really made an effort in recent years to share the spotlight with smaller developers, which is something we've absolutely seen the effects of in terms of sales and coverage. In our experience, Nintendo's always made an effort to provide good placement to smaller titles in the eShop and in their marketing. We feel this is why Runner 2 sold as well as it did on the Wii U. Another title announced for the Nintendo Switch recently was Rogue Trooper Redux from Rebellion. CEO Jason Kingsley had to say this about supporting the Nintendo Switch for its remake. Switch looks like an exciting machine to work with, and Nintendo appreciates good game mechanics. So they understood why we felt this was the right time to bring back one of the legendary 2080 titles. Nintendo has been super helpful, and if you count us as an indie, they definitely support us in our ambition. So Rebellion is a little bit bigger indie developer. I think that's why he's saying there. I'm not sure if he's absolutely happy with that label on them, just because Rebellion does do bigger titles in addition to some of the smaller stuff. Rogue Trooper Redux was definitely more of a bigger title back when it was released, but once again, that was like, I think, like a PS2 title, then it went to Wii, and I think it's being ported over to Nintendo Switch. It's also coming to the PS4 and Xbox One on PC, I think, too. So yeah, it's pretty cool that it's going to get that game. Before, on the Wii U, probably wouldn't have got that game at all, but we are seeing it here on the Nintendo Switch. But once again, Runner 3, the fact that it's an exclusive to Nintendo Switch, I love what he had to say on the matter as far as choice provisions. And obviously the Bit Trip Runner franchise has had a huge and long history with Nintendo. They've been making the game since the WiiWare days, and I remember the first time that I played the Bit Trip Runner game, I think it was back in I think it was 2011 I played that, 2010 or 2011, one of those two, and it was just amazing. I think 2011. And it was really, really, really good. I absolutely loved it. And that was back when it was just a pixelated 2D, no 3D elements at all. But it was really until Bit Trip Runner 2. That's really what made me solidify that I love this franchise more than anything. And I like it just as much as some of the bigger titles out there. And Runner 3, like I said before, I've already gushed about it before. I'm going to talk about it again because I think this is a big exclusive for Nintendo going into the fall season. It's supposed to launch in fall 2017, so hopefully there's no delays. I don't think there will be. The gameplay that they showed off looked super smooth, super fast, and fun, and obviously it has all its quirks and charms that you always notice about as far as the Bit Trip Runner franchise. So let me know what you guys think about both of these games here, and the support coming to Nintendo Switch from some of these third-party developers. Alright guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and hit that like button if you did like it. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future, and subscribe to PlayerEssence for the latest news, reviews, discussions, and more. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you ninjas for the next video. Peace.